Hi everyone, welcome to Lola's Frugal Life. This is episode number 17. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you my meal plan for the upcoming week. Hopefully it'll help you with creating your meal plan or give you some ideas of some things you haven't made in a while. So first, we're just going to have a few short words from our sponsor and we'll get right into today's episode. So before we get into the meal plan for the week, I just wanted to share with everybody that I now have a Facebook page and a private listeners group. I would love to have you like the Facebook page and join the listeners group. Beware, you might be the first one, but it would be really exciting if we could build this group and get people talking and share ideas with each other. And for me, I would really love to hear some feedback and see if there's things you're liking or things you're not liking. I'm not really sure what anyone wants to hear as far as if you want more details or less details or certain topics. So I would really, really love if you would like the page and possibly join the listeners group. That would be really great. As of right now on the page, I do have the recipes from last week's meal plan on there. Not every single recipe. There's certain ones I just didn't have the recipe to be able to share like through an internet link. But all the ones that I did have a link to share, I posted on there. And I'll continue to do that each week up until a point where a lot of the recipes have already repeated. Then I'll just kind of try and post new ones unless someone has a request. But anyway, I think it'd be really exciting if we get some people on those pages, and you could message me if you have ideas for a topic you'd like to hear. I'm really trying to stick to frugal topics, meal planning, budgeting, expense maintaining your expenses, any kind of things like that. But a lot of things tie into that too. I'm really into goal tracking and habits and all that kind of stuff. So please feel free, anything that you think you would like to hear, just let me know. And I would love to gear my episodes towards what would be helpful to everybody. So anyway, maybe it'd be helpful if I told you how to find the group. So the Facebook page is called, you just go to facebook.com/Lola's Frugal Life, all one word and no apostrophe. So just Lola's Frugal Life, facebook.com/Lola's Frugal Life. And I will put a link in the show notes as well, so you could just click there if you want. Within that page, there's a thing you can click on that says group, and then there's a link right there to the private listener group. You just have to submit a request to join, and I'll see it, and I will approve you. And then if you'd rather just go straight to the group without having to click on the Facebook page first, you would just go to facebook.com/groups/Lola's Frugal Life. Again, all one word, no apostrophe. So anyway, I just wanted to share that first before I get into the meal plan for the week, because I'm really hoping that I can get some feedback on what you guys would like to hear, and maybe get some people sharing their own ideas about budgeting or tips on staying out of debt, or whatever types of frugal topics that you guys want to talk about together and share ideas. That would be really great. So as I've said before, my meal plan starts on Friday of each week, and it goes, not on Friday. It starts on Saturday of each week, and it goes through the following Friday. I shop on Thursdays, and that way I always have that one day cushion just in case for some reason something comes up and I just can't get out shopping on that Thursday. And the reason, just to give you a little background too of why I'm sharing this meal plan on a Frugal Life podcast, is because I think meal planning is such an important part of managing your money and making sure you stay on budget for a couple reasons. One, when you don't have a plan, it's just so easy to come home and say, I have no idea what I'm going to make, and just order out. Knowing exactly what you're going to make, it just makes it so much more likely that you're going to actually cook a meal rather than just order out. So that's one reason. Another reason is that when you go grocery shopping, if you don't have a meal plan in mind, you wind up just kind of buying random things, and you might think you're going to cook them, or kind of think you might figure something out with those ingredients. But without an actual plan in place, if you come home and have these ingredients and you don't wind up finding a use for them, you often wind up throwing things out. And that's the worst, because you're basically throwing money in the garbage if you purchase groceries and don't use them. So it's so important to have a meal plan so that you're buying the things for the meals you're going to cook that week. And what I always do is if, say, sometimes something does come up and you just can't cook that night, or you wind up having leftovers from the night before that you can use, I will take my meal that was supposed to be cooked that night and I'll shift it into next week, and then I don't have to buy the groceries for that meal in my next week's meal because I already have it. So I always try and make sure I cook every meal that I had planned for the week, to use up all the items that I purchased. So that's why I think it's really important. Hopefully this meal plan might be helpful to you. So here we go. So my meal plan, this meal plan starts on Saturday, May 8th. And one thing, I don't normally share lunches in this meal plan. It's really dinners that I plan. But except with one exception, on the Saturday after we've had tacos for dinner, we do tacos on every other Tuesday night. And on the Saturday that falls after that day we've had tacos, I do always make taco pizza for lunch on that Saturday. So I don't know if you've ever had taco pizza, but it's really good. And we just do it with like a frozen pizza. And we put the leftover taco meat on top and like some jalapeno peppers and bake it in the oven like that. And then when it comes out, you put like some cold lettuce and tomato on top, and it's really good. Anyway, so we always do that to use up any leftover taco meat and lettuce and tomatoes from when we had taco night on Tuesday. So that lunch is on the meal plan for this Saturday. So Saturday for dinner, we're going to be having crispy air fryer chicken tenders, and they're just really easy and they're really good. They're just chicken tenders that you make in the air fryer, so they're fairly healthy and they come out really good and crispy in the air fryer. And that's a recipe that I will post, and that's from saltpepperskillet.com. And with that, we're having Instant Pot Mac and Cheese, which is from foodnetwork.com. It's the easiest recipe on earth. And I make this a lot when the kids were in school. They're not going to school right now because I'm recording this during the coronavirus pandemic. So my kids are all learning from home right now for their school. But when they were going to school, the 5-ingredient Instant Pot Mac and Cheese literally takes no time. I mean, you literally take 4 cups of water, 4 cups of macaroni, Instant Pot it for 4 minutes, add a can of evaporated milk and shredded cheddar. That sounds like only 4 ingredients, I think, but whatever. Maybe I'm missing one. Salt, maybe, I don't know. Butter. You mix it up, and it's so good, and the kids love it. So anyway, I would suggest that if you're doing like a thermos lunch for your kids, that's a really, really good one. I was trying to do that at least once a week, and it's so inexpensive to make. But anyway, so we're having that with the crispy air fryer chicken tenders and then just like frozen vegetables on Saturday. For Sunday, I'm just doing like a homemade chicken soup, so I really don't have a recipe for that. I have like a chicken carcass that I had saved from a air fryer roasted chicken that I had on the meal plan for last week. So whenever I do that, I'll save the chicken carcass and then just kind of boil it and make a broth and pull the meat off and just make a chicken soup with whatever random stuff or noodles I have around. So that's Sunday. So it's not a recipe to share, but maybe you feel like having chicken soup, you can put that on your meal plan. Monday, only once a month we do this, but Monday we're doing Italian hot dogs for dinner. So it's a really easy meal. I boil up some hot dogs, and I use a recipe which I also used. I feel like I might have shared this recipe before. I might have combined it with something else. It's called Greasy Spoon home fried potatoes, and I actually don't have a website for that one. But really all it is, I feel like I might have shared this for some reason in last week's episode, but basically all you do is you just chop up potatoes and peppers and onions and toss them with a little olive oil and seasoning and toss them in the air fryer, and they come out like home fries. And we'll like boil up some hot dogs and make like a can of pork and beans and have that as like Italian hot dogs with like pork and beans on the side. It's really good. Then on Tuesday, we're going to be doing Chipotle night on this Tuesday because it is I alternate tacos on one night, and since tonight was Cinco de Mayo and Taco Tuesday. We had our tacos tonight. When I'm recording this, it's Tuesday. So the following Tuesday, which is Tuesday, May 12th, I alternate between tacos and Chipotle night. So I call it Chipotle night, but really all I do is make kind of like a homemade Chipotle thing where everyone can kind of make their own bowl. So I just do like broiled chicken and then a bunch of toppings where I put out like some cheddar cheese, some black beans, some brown rice, salsa, some chopped up avocado, things like that. And everyone just makes their own like Chipotle bowl. So that's on Tuesday's dinner menu. For Wednesday, we're doing a shrimp scampi bake, which is from allrecipes.com. And that one I can definitely share. It's really simple. It's like you basically just put like a Dijon mustard and butter. I think there might be something else in there. Super simple though. You melt it in the bottom in a baking dish, and you put shrimp in there, and you just bake it, and then you just make like some spaghetti and just kind of toss it all together. It's really good. So that's super easy and really good for that. So that's for Wednesday. Then for Thursday night, we're gonna do breakfast for dinner. So we're doing, and this is kind of like a mess up because I try not to do this in the same week, but when I do breakfast for dinner, I do turkey bacon, scrambled eggs, and I do those home fries, just like I talked about with the Italian hot dog. So I try not to have 2 meals using the same side in the same week, but sometimes it happens because I wasn't paying good enough attention. So anyway, we'll survive, and we will have the potatoes in the air fryer with the hot dogs for Italian hot dogs on Monday, and then on Thursday we'll have them as home fries on the side with turkey bacon and scrambled eggs. And I'm debating on making something with that also called Chef John's Dutch Babies, and that is from allrecipes.com. I don't know if you ever had Dutch Babies before, but it's kind of like, I never heard of it before until I found this recipe. It's almost kind of like a puffed up French toast, but it's really good. I thought I might think about adding that in. I do have it on my meal plan, so I'm kind of planning to make it, but depending on how the night goes, I may decide to leave it out. But it sounded kind of like a fun thing to add for the breakfast for dinner menu. Then on Friday, we are having crispy breaded pork chops in the air fryer, and those are from skinnytaste.com. They're really, really good, and I'm going to make those with baked sweet potatoes. And the baked sweet potato recipe is from myrecipes.com, so I can share those with you. So that's the meal plan for this week. It starts on Saturday, May 9th, and it goes through Friday, May 15th. Of course, you do not have to stick to those dates. I'm just letting you know that's kind of how I have it laid out. I'm really, really hoping that maybe this can help someone with lay out a meal plan for your family. I know there's services that people can use, but I figured if I could share my meal plan for free and help someone out, why not? So that's my meal plan for the week. Please don't forget about the Facebook page. I'd be really excited if I heard from someone who's listening to this, just to know if I'm talking about things you want to hear or if you'd like to hear something else. So that's it for today. Again, it's facebook.com/Lola's Frugal Life if you want to just go to the Facebook page, or if you want to go directly to the user group, to the listeners group. That's a private group that you have to join, and that's facebook.com/groups/Lola's Frugal Life. All one word, no apostrophe. So hopefully this helped you, and thank you so much for listening, and I will record another episode for you soon. Thank you.